Alright, so there's not going to be any fluff in this video. Okay, maybe just a 5-second intro and outro. I haven't actively marketed for my business in 5 years. The first year that I went full-time in lawn care was the one and only time that I spent a decent amount of money on marketing. I got postcards, and I also got business cards, which I never even had to begin with. I also posted stuff on social media networks, and invested a lot of time overall in marketing my business. So fast forward to now, going into season 6, 5 years later, I am finding myself wanting to reinvest in marketing again and kind of going back to my roots, going back to the basics of what worked back then. The reason why I haven't marketed the last 5 years is because I've always been solo, and I wanted to stay solo for the first 5 years and build my business up to the point that I can hire employees and then start taking on more business so I can keep growing my business to get to that second or third crew, which is the ultimate goal for my business so that I can support my family. I had employees last year. I'm in the process of hiring new employees this year. So with that being said, I acquired additional accounts last year that I cannot take care of myself all by myself this year. Even if I wanted to not hire employees this year, I would have to let go a whole bunch of accounts because now I've passed that point of no return for a solo lawn care provider in my area. With the size lawns that I have and the amount of work that I do on these properties, so I have a little over 50 accounts now. I know that's not a number that's normally shared on YouTube for whatever reason, but I have no shame in saying that I have a little over 50 accounts. That's 50 weekly mowing accounts. I also maintain their shrubs, and a bunch of them I maintain their fertilization and weed control, as well as aerating and seeding. I do mulch in the spring, all that stuff. So there's year round for the most part work, except for in the fall where if there's a lot of leaves, like I've said in past videos, I usually stayed away from that. But this year I'm definitely going to position myself so that I can take on that work for my already existing clients, and also not shy away from or turn down new accounts that look like they'll need that kind of work in the fall. Now I will be taking that work on, which I've already taken on one new account this year that has a lot of trees, which means it's a lot of fall winter work for me. So that's what I'm going to start building on as I prepare with the right equipment and the right setup, etc., from now till that time in the fall. I also have about a dozen accounts that aren't mowing, and they just want me to treat their yards, fertilizing, weed control, aerating, and seeding. So I mean, we're talking like up to 70 properties or so in total that I maintain through my business. So that's just a lot for one person. So again, that was why I wanted to get to that point where I was like feeling like I just could not physically do any more work myself. That's when I hired employees and reduced the amount of time needed to get the work done. I got home earlier every day, got to spend more time with my family over the summer, had weekends off for the most part, and it started to increase my quality of life. So now I'm trying to build up on that and get more work to sustain all of the amount of hours for employees that I'm preparing to have, and also to have work year round into the fall through the winter. So what is the point of this video? Why am I saying all that? Because I'm now back to marketing my business. Instead of just going through word of mouth and living off of everything that I did in the 5 years ago, all of that has given me work and gotten me into new neighborhoods and word of mouth, and all that just helped me grow organically over the years. And I've been able to be more selective, pick and choose the accounts that I want to take on, and so on. So now that is a slow growth plan, which is what I wanted for the first 5 years, so I could really focus on the back end of the business and making it as refined as possible and as operationally sound as possible so that I can take the next growth level. But in order to do that, I don't want to keep going at a slow snail's pace, so I'm just going to give it a little boost, or at least try to this year, and invest in some new marketing. So one of the big things is postcards. Back to postcards. So different from when I first started, I got 2 different types of postcards this year. I've got this kind right here, and then this kind right here. So one thing you'll see, branding is the same. It's all about branding for me. My business cards look like this. My trailer looks like this. You got the white background with my green logo. That's always how it's been over the last 5 years. That's branding. So every time someone sees this white with the green logo on my trailer, my postcards, my business cards, my uniforms are not white, but they still have the same green logo, and it's either going to be charcoal gray like this, or I have some older green with the white logo. So it just depends on what the situation is. Obviously I'm not going to have white shirts because they're just going to get super dirty and sweaty and not look professional. But other than that, everything else is white with the green logo, but at least the logo is consistently the same, and that's branding. Everyone just starts to know that, and they see that all through the neighborhoods, through the local area that I'm in. So I continue that with the back of the postcards. And then on the front of the postcards, I specifically have this one the way it is for a reason. This is the postcard that I'll be handing out in neighborhoods that I want to get into, neighborhoods that I'm not in yet that I want to get into. And it's a specific message. It says, "Be the envy of your neighborhood while enjoying your time off. We'll take care of everything. Call or email today." And then it's got my contact info on the bottom there where my finger is. So it's got a specific call to action, call or email today at the bottom there, and it's got very specific but brief and simple information that will hopefully appeal to my ideal client. And this is very specific. This is a picture of one of my commercial mowers and one of my accounts. You know, it's very specific. I picked this for a reason because these are the type of yards that I have and that I want to continue to have, and this is the type of equipment that I'm going to use on this property. So right away, this tells someone looking at this postcard what kind of equipment I use and what kind of yards I service. So hopefully that will screen out the people. The people will self-select, and the ones that want push mowers and, you know, stuff like that, they want this, you know, they want their properties taken care of with push mowers when really they could be taken care of with a bigger mower or whatever, or they don't have this nice green lush yard and they just have a bunch of weeds and they don't really care. Hopefully they will self-select when they see that this is what the ideal client is for us. So that's my mentality with this. And this postcard is the one for the neighborhoods I'm already in. So this message says, "Have you seen us in your neighborhood? We can easily add you to our schedule. Call or email today." Contact info on the bottom. Again, call to action on the bottom. Just really pointing out, simple to the point. Have you seen us in your neighborhood? Picture of a yard that I take care of in the neighborhood. Picture of the truck and trailer. So they're like, "Oh yeah, I have seen that trailer. Oh yeah, I know where that is right there. That's up the street from me," for example. So again, they see the work, they see branding, and they read the message. And if they were thinking about potentially looking for someone else to take care of their property, or they, you know, didn't have a way to contact me, all these different things, now I just put this in their face. Hey, here's a way to contact us. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year that you just have too much going on and you just want someone else to take care of it. We'll be more than happy to add you to your schedule. We're already in your neighborhood. So those are the two postcards that I have, the two messages that I have. So my plan is to just continue route density. So the neighborhoods that I'm already in, I showed you the one postcard that I have specific for that. And then the ones that I want to be in, which are in close proximity to the neighborhoods I am already in, the homeowners associations, the HOAs, I also am, those are the ones that I'm putting the other postcards in to try and grow into those neighborhoods, try and get my foot on the lawn in those neighborhoods so I can start growing through word of mouth and people just seeing me out there, and then they will become these type of customers. So that's what I'm going for. You know, I didn't get a whole ton of these postcards. I didn't invest a whole ton of money on them. I just really wanted to specifically target certain neighborhoods so I can get the biggest ROI. And I'm not trying to like explode overnight and double my accounts in one season. I'm just trying to get there, trying to get like maybe half, you know, so like another 25 accounts would be the ideal for me, because that's manageable to me in my mind, and the way I'm set up, that's manageable growth for me. And then maybe another 25 the following year, and so on. Just go from there. So I'm handing these postcards out in the flyer boxes underneath the mailboxes. I've said this so many times before in the past, and people freak out on me because they think I'm putting stuff in mailboxes, and that's a federal offense. I know that. I'm not putting my stuff in anyone's mailboxes. Not every neighborhood is like this. You can actually see right here, right underneath the mailbox is a flyer box or a junk mail box, newspaper box, whatever you want to call it, that has the person's address on it. So that's where I put my postcards. That's completely up for grabs. That is meant for newspapers and advertisements. There's all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things stuffed in there. So I put my postcards in there. Perfectly legal. Everyone does it. It works out great. Again, if you don't have those kind of neighborhoods around your area that has those newspaper boxes underneath, but if there's nothing like that and there's just a mailbox, then you are not allowed to touch that mailbox. You're not supposed to shove anything in between the flag or anything on the mailbox like I see people do with their postcards. You're not supposed to open them, stick anything in there, nothing. That's a federal offense. You're not allowed to touch that stuff. Just like opening people's mail. That's a federal offense. You're not allowed to do that. So I recommend in that situation getting door hangers. I never went the door hanger route because I was able to stick postcards in the flyer boxes, and I felt like that was a little less direct. And some people do freak out if you go up on their property, put something under, hey, what are you doing? You know, they have no soliciting everywhere, and you got to respect that. So sometimes, you know, you just are ruled out automatically on some properties where if you have a flyer box to stick them in, you can just do that all over the place and it's fine. You can do this exact same thing, but make it a door hanger. I got these made at overnightprints.com. I believe they have door hangers on there as well that you can have made, but if not, there's plenty of other companies out there. You can Google websites that have door hangers and you can make the exact same type of setup as a door hanger instead, to just hang on the door. Either way, you're still going to be able to target the neighborhoods that you want to target. In addition to the postcards, I'm going to have some promoted Facebook ads. You know, first I'll put them out organically and have some of my customers and friends share it in their closed HOA Facebook groups. And in addition to that, I will be boosting those posts after a certain amount of time, like after the first few days, after the first week of getting organic growth and it being shared everywhere, then I will boost it into target neighborhoods, and hopefully I'll be able to grow my reach that way even more. So that's my plan. It doesn't mean that it's bulletproof or that it's going to work, but I've seen success when I first did it 5 years ago, and I've learned a lot over the years, and I've grown a lot over the years, personally and business. My business has grown, so I think I can really go with the branding philosophy that I have built over the years. People know me, and they know my business, they know my logo, and my trailer now that I've had for going on 2 seasons that's been with this logo on it. So it's all about branding and just continuing to reinforce that. So now you got a postcard, you got a business card, you got my trailer, you got our professional uniforms, you got the Facebook posts with the logo and everything. It's all consistent. So you're hitting in multiple levels of branding. And that's what it's all about, so that when someone is thinking about lawn care, you're the first person they think about. When they Google, boom, you're the first person that comes up. At the end of the day, you don't know until you try it. You just don't know. So you can't say something doesn't work until you try it, and you should try it more than once to make sure that you're actually giving it a fair shot and that you're maybe tweaking some things here and there. So just give things a try and see what works, and then continue what does work. So that's all I have to say. I hope this video was value. I know it's a longer video than I've been posting recently, but it's just pure value. My experiences, my plan for business. I'm just giving it to you guys. I hope it helps. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys have been doing or plan to do to market your business. I look forward to reading it. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember to be a rookie for life. Peace!